Children, during the Second World War, England supported America against Japan. The Japanese army reached the eastern border of India. The British realized that if Japan attacks India, then they will need cooperation from the Indians. Hence, the British Prime Minister Winston Churchill sent Sir Stanford Cripps to India. In March 1942, he put up a proposal of India in front of the Indians. But none of the political party was satisfied with this proposal. The Indian National Congress rejected the proposal since there was no clear mention of complete independence. Since there was no mention of creation of Pakistan, the Muslim League also rejected the Cripps mission. So children, during the Second World War, England supported America against Japan. The Japanese forces came closer to the eastern border of India. The cooperation of India became necessary for England to resist the Japanese invasion of India. So the British Prime Minister Winston Churchill sent Sir Stafford Cripps to India in March 1942. The Cripps proposal was rejected by the Congress as there was no clear mention of the grant of complete independence. The Muslim League also rejected it as there was no mention of the creation of Pakistan. So children, Indian National Congress also the Cripps proposal it was not accepted by them, and the Muslim League also rejected it because there was no mention of the creation of Pakistan. Children, the Second World War began in Europe in 1939. The then Viceroy Lord Linlithgow declared that India has joined the war on the side of the British. England claimed that it is fighting to save democracy in Europe. The Indian National Congress demanded that if the claim was true, then England should immediately grant freedom to India. England refused to fulfill this demand, and therefore the provincial ministers of Indian National Congress resigned in November 1939. So children, Viceroy Lord Linlithgow declared in 1913 that India had joined the Second World War on the side of England without consulting the Indian leaders. England claimed that it was fighting to save democracy in Europe. Thereupon, the Congress demanded that if this claim was true, then England should immediately grant independence to India. As England did not accept this demand, Congress provincial ministers resigned in November 1939. So, children, here you have come to know about the resignation of the Congress ministers. Now I will discuss about Quit India movement. After the Cripps mission, the Indian National Congress decided to start an intense movement for attaining independence. The Working Committee of the Congress passed a resolution on 14th July 1942 at Wardha. The resolution demanded that the British rule in India be ended immediately and India should be given independence. If this demand was not fulfilled, then the Indian National Congress warned to start a no violent movement for freedom of India. So, children, the Indian National Congress decided to start an intense movement for attaining independence. On 14th July 1942, Congress Working Committee passed the Quit India resolution at Wardha. The resolution demanded the end of British rule and granting independence to India. It also warned the British government of a non-violent struggle for India's independence. So, children, here you have come to know about Quit India movement. Now I am going to discuss about Quit India resolution. On 7th August 1942, the session of Indian National Congress was held at Gwalior Tank in Mumbai. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad was the president of this session. The British should leave India. This resolution was passed by the Congress Working Committee at Wardha was to be finally approved in the Mumbai session. On 8th August, the resolution of Quit India put forth by Nehru got passed with great majority. It was also decided to start a nationwide non-violent agitation under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhiji said, "Every one of you should from this moment onwards consider yourself a free man or woman and behave like a citizen of free India. We shall either free India or die in the attempt." Gandhiji made an inspirational appeal to the public to be ready to sacrifice with the feeling of do or die. So, children, Quit India session began at Gwalior Tank in Mumbai on 7th August 1942. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad presided over this session. The resolution passed at Wardha was finally approved in the Mumbai session. Quit India resolution moved by Pandit Nehru was passed on 8th August with an overwhelming majority. Congress decided to launch a nationwide non-violent movement under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhiji made an inspiring appeal to public to be ready to sacrifice, that is, do or die. So, children, today you have come to know about the last phase of the Indian uh, freedom movement, that is the last phase of struggle for independence. Civil disobedience movement came to an end in 1934. The Parliament of England passed an act in 1935 granting certain constitutional rights to Indians. According to this act, Indians were to get more constitutional rights. Children, today I have discussed about the Act of 1935. You have come to know about provincial cabinet. Then I have discussed Cripps mission and the Second World War and Indian National Congress. Then you have come to know about Quit India movement and then the resolution of Quit India movement. The later part of the topic I will discuss in the next week. You should go through your textbook. You should open page number 40 and you should read the lesson from the beginning. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Stay healthy.